Hey guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is DeLady and we're back with another Speedbuild video of Inama Zoo. And thank you guys so much for waiting. As you may have heard, I had the flu, so I haven't been uploading for a while. I did upload a few franchise mode speed builds, so if you're interested in that, please go and check that out, of course. But we're now back at Inama Zoo. I do have to admit, it was a bit hard to get back into it because I wasn't quite sure what area to use as inspiration for this area, because I don't know, I just wanted to do something with the river and I wasn't quite sure what I could use for it. Like a lot of things I find on Google is like mostly pictures of just animals in a close-up and not really like the nature around it, so it was quite a hard one for this one. And in the end, I used some pictures which were named of the Crocodile River in Kruger Park in Africa. So I used that as a little bit of inspiration, but in the end, I really gave it my own twist to make a nice looking area for hippos we added in this area. And I'm really happy to have hippos. There are now, I think, 5 hippos in this area, but obviously I want to add a few more of them. So it looks just really nice to have the hippos. And even though this is inspired of the Crocodile River, we don't have now crocodiles. So as mentioned in one of the previous episodes, I don't really feel like adding the saltwater crocodile because that one doesn't really live in Africa. So yeah, common sense, we're not going to add a crocodile and just hope that maybe this year we will get a new DLC, which they will maybe add a now crocodile or something that we can add here. But yeah, I just feel like it's better to not add any crocodiles in if they're not from Africa. So what I tried to do is get some kind of sandy islands. What I saw in the pictures was like a very low island, like almost at the level of the water section, and to have that as, I don't know how you would call that in English, but hopefully it makes sense if you can see it. But I saw some pictures with like a lot of hippos just sleeping there and just like chilling, and it just looks just really good. So I just tried to get that feeling of those pictures in this area. And like the downside of Planet Zoo in general is, like in real life you see a lot of the elephant grass. Like in a lot of pictures I see the elephant grass coming back, and it's also way more greener than I thought. I do have to say that. Like I really thought like, okay, grassland is more of the yellowish color, but a lot of pictures I found of the African biomes are also really green and just super beautiful. But when having a yellowish map, it's quite harder to achieve that greenish area. So yeah, we have to work with that. But also, like in real life, the animals can really walk just through the elephant grass and create their own path. But in Planet Zoo, you're just really not able to. So I would love to just build elephant grass like everywhere and just give it that really realistic feeling. But then again, I just have to work with the fact that the hippos or elephants or whatever animal, they're just not able to walk through it. So their traversable area will really be reduced if you put down a lot of the elephant grass. So yeah, I just couldn't go as crazy as I wanted to give it really that elephant grass feeling, but I did my best to really just get different areas in with a lot of green and stuff, so to really give that feeling if you're like on a first person level, to give it more of the feeling that there's a lot of elephant grass everywhere. But it's just a hard one. And also I had some issues with the traversable area. As you can see, there's like a very flat area, and for some reason there's just a line of the blue of the traversable area and white. I have no idea what that is. It sometimes was just fixed, so I don't know if that is a bug or anything like that, but I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna build and continue. It's sandbox mode, so I don't have to worry too much about all those things because we can just turn off a lot. What is really weird though is that I do have protesters in the zoo, even though I have the welfare of the animals on 100%. So that is quite weird. You would expect if you have sandbox mode and you turn off like all the managing parts that you do still have protesters in. I wonder if that is a bug, because it shouldn't happen. If you have animals with 100% welfare, you should not have protesters. So it's a bit weird, but we are still working on like the bigger picture, and I just hope that those things will be fixed in the later stage and that everything will be fine in the end, and it's not like super bothering or anything like that. We're not playing franchise mode, so I guess it's fine. What I did do, because of the animals not really being in a herd together or staying together, I saw the hippos walking to other sides very quickly, and I was like, no, I really want them to I want to have them in this specific region of the zoo. So in the end, I just use the traversable area in my advantage and just put down a few of the rocks sometimes, or just put down the elephant's grass like that close that the hippos would not be able to walk through it. So I basically just made a natural boundary, really using the traversable area in my advantage in this case. So their area is pretty much reduced to the area where you see them now, and at least that will make sure that the staff can still go there to feed them. Like, I do have a few barrel feeders, which I don't really like to use in this specific park, but I don't know, for some reason I just feel bad if they don't have any spots in this whole area where they can have some food. So I just put down some barrel feeders, and the staff members are still able to walk into this area, but the hippos are not able to get out of it. Once we will add smaller animals, I'm pretty sure that they will be able to walk just everywhere, but I just can't do anything about that. And I don't think it's that bad to see, like, for example, warthogs or anything like that just walking there in a later stage. But I just really wanted to make sure, you can see me doing it in the video too, that I'm trying to reduce the traversable area to just one specific area in between this habitat. But yeah, I don't really mind if smaller animals will be able to walk here, but for some reason, like the bigger animals, I will probably do the same thing for the elephants in a later stage, to give them one specific area so it at least feels like they are herding. And also you will see me raising the track a little bit to make some kind of natural boundary out of it, and I just put down a lot of small rocks and stuff to really give them a separate area inside of this bigger habitat. And I'm really looking forward to use the other side for probably the cheetahs or something like that, to really get a more grassland area, like a more plain area with the cheetahs. I really like that idea. We also can make some kind of area for the lions, of course. I'm really looking forward to that. But also like African wild dogs and stuff. Oh my god, there are so many animals I want to add in this area. So I'm really curious how this will look in a later stage, but I have so many cool plans. And I will probably lower the terrain area a little bit more on the other side to really get that natural boundary between the track of the Jeep Safari. So we can use that in our advantage to really get separated areas. So yeah, that is probably the plan for next episode. Also about the other episode we did with the waterfall, where I told you guys that I wasn't really sure what kind of animal I wanted to add in that area. You guys really gave a lot of different ideas, and I think the most common ones were flamingos, the Nyala, and the Nile monitor. Obviously, a lot of people of you gave a lot of other ideas, but they were all animals that are not in the game, unfortunately. So I really would like to know of you guys if you want to see the flamingos, the Nyala, or the Nile monitor in that area with the waterfall section, so we can really separate that too from the bigger area. So I'm really looking forward to hear what you guys feel about that. Now, if you're not watching my franchise mode series, which is totally fine, but I talked about the fact that I really felt of Inama Zoo having the lack of really building shelters, building restaurants, and those kind of things, because I really want to keep this park really natural. I decided to start building a new Sandbox Zoo. So that's going to be more of a city zoo like we're doing with franchise mode, but then really just plain Sandbox mode with unlimited money and really build something beautiful from the start. So I'm probably going to start with that somewhere this weekend. I'm still working on the first episode of the entrance. I'm really happy with it, but it still needs some tweaking and stuff. So I'm probably going to start at the end at the end of this weekend, or at least at the end of this week, so we can really have some different things going on the channel, because I really love franchise mode, but it's a different mode of the game itself. So having another sandbox park next to Inama Zoo totally makes sense to me, so we can really focus on more building and stuff. And I want to have it a little bit more of a classic vibe with more of an older zoo feeling, so with a little bit of a more smaller habitats and stuff, and more focusing on detailing and gardening, because Mike teached us so much about gardening, so I'm really just looking forward to that. So just so you know, you can still see my YouTube schedule. I will link it in the description in every video, so you can just check my YouTube schedule when you know when Inama Zoo comes up, or when a new zoo comes up, or franchise mode, or any other games we're going to play on the channel. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on that. And I just wanted to inform you guys, so I will probably upload 1, maybe sometimes 2 videos of Inama Zoo a week, but we're also going to focus on something else, so we can really have some variety on the channel, and I'm just really looking forward to that. So yeah, do let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this new episode, and if you're excited for our new sandbox series, what animal you want to see in the area of the waterfalls. And yeah, leave a like at the video if you guys enjoyed, of course, and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. And I really hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys.
Silapa sizowaka Nisibona silapha thina sizowakha. Thina nisibona silapha sizowakha. Nisibona silapha thina sizowakha. Nisibona silapha thina sizowakha.